One of our very early opportunities. This is a young girl in Honduras, and that was taken after Hurricane Mitch in 1998, a little 3-year-old girl, and her job was to carry the dirty water in that bucket. It's definitely inspirational to us when we saw this precious little child. Her daily job was to go and fetch water, and she fetched dirty water. The children that are having to take dirty water as their major source of water, if they live past the age of 5, their diseases are coming from the water-related diseases. Mm-hmm. But the majority of the people in the developing countries, their life expectancy is not over 50.
Right.
Which is on the wall that you're going to see are from projects that we have been involved with from early on. The little girl from Honduras, that is what really inspired us by responding to Hurricane Mitch in 1998. It's that time. This is another Honduras and a school in Honduras where we were able to take their dirty water and clean it up and to provide safe water. Here's at a school area in Peru, and we were doing Rotary projects with them to be able to help. This is one of our only activities in the United States, and this was after Hurricane Katrina, because the United States is a developed country, and we do not do water projects in developed countries. Mm-hmm. However, when Katrina hit, they needed help, and we were able to get in. Huh. Mm-hmm. Projects along the way, we have Sri Lanka after tsunami. That was the water source that they would use.
Oh man!
And what we were able to clean up. Here's a Toto from Haiti. And he's showing us the distance he walks to fetch dirty water and taking it home. And he's got these 2 multi-oil. That's what he puts his water in. And again, it's dirty water. Folks in Guatemala on a project that we were doing with a well where they are, we would be cleaning up that well.
Look back after you all provide water to these communities, and I guess you have a survey or some assessment of what their health issues are. Do you do a follow-up to determine what happens as a result?
Question. Look at this. Multi-dimensional measure of the health impact of water treatment systems in Honduras. Designed a baseline survey that was done with native Hondurans, going into the communities to get the baseline information on what type of water and sanitation facilities these communities had. We did the baseline, then we went back after we had installed water treatment systems and had trained the local people and did a survey and found information. Then we went back and installed sanitary pit latrines for the sanitation side and did follow-up. So it was a multi-year project where we were doing the baseline. Then the first water intervention was for safe drinking water. The second health intervention was for sanitation. This has been published in Anthropology Today. Mm-hmm. We have documented information on a 52%. We are the only water NGO that has done anything like this. And do you know what? We don't even get the word out. But the thing about this too is when we started this, we had organizations come to us that said, well, what if you find out you're not making a difference or what you're doing isn't helping? And you know what the answer was? If we find that out, we will improve and we will change so that we are making a difference. We're not doing this work not to make a positive impact. So to think someone wouldn't do it because they would be afraid they'd find out something that they didn't want to know, we want to know what we're doing. and that we are making an impact, and if we aren't, we need to change it. If this one doesn't tell the story, Sierra Leone, where we were able to put in a water system to help this community, look at that water source. That's a well.
They drank that?
Oh yes, they did it. And that's their container. It's that multi-oil type container. But look at it. This one tells the story. Okay, here's Uganda. This is their water source. This is all these people have ever known. Frequently they don't relate their illness and inability to be productive to the water they're drinking. There's not that connection. So a lot of what we do is health and hygiene training. It's just letting people know how and what we're doing. This is a picture of teaching in Indonesia, and we're teaching how to wash their hands, basic health and hygiene training. This was done with Muslim women and Christian women working together in this school, and so well received. This is what Freeport-McMoran needs to see. This is in Kenya. This is the Samburu tribe in Kenya. Unreached peoples group. Never heard about the saving grace of Jesus Christ.
There are still people on this earth that hadn't heard.
Never heard.
I know.
And what did we do? We got to put in a water system for this community. We got to, the fella who heads up the water system, the water treatment operator, is the pastor. Planted a church and a water system, and these people have just been thanking the Lord. Now in the production facility at the international headquarters of Water Missions International, Charleston, South Carolina. And all of these flags, there are 49 of them, are the countries where Water Missions International has had an impact.
We're forming a safe water committee. We're teaching them micro-enterprise. We're teaching them how to, a couple operators how to operate the system, how to do the back flush testing. So all that community development, and then we monitor and evaluate it for 1 year.
This is often used in disaster response.
Okay.
So
we'll add dirt to it. We're going to add dirt to it. We're going to make it as real life as any, because if we have a disaster, these people have to go out there and help turn the system. So we want to make sure volunteers know how to all run the system, operate them. It's just, if we operate them on a daily basis, just like they operate in the field, we become better at what we're doing.
Danish company, Grundfos, right here, who has this solar technology, has designed this technology.
Wow.
And you use tokens.
Huh.
And these have microchips in them, and you can get credit. You can download credit onto these tokens. Each family gets a token, and they put funds on it, download it, so they're not passing money back and forth to an operator. They go to the system, and they put their token in.
Oh, wow. Whoa.
You have a balance of 388.70 shillings. This is Kenyan or Ugandan shillings, Ugandan shillings.
Huh.
And,
Whoa.
hold on. Okay, here's my bucket, and that looks pretty typical of what they would bring until we've trained them and taught them you don't use that. And you push. And it's 2 liters. How much money they put in? They want 3 liters. And it will automatically deliver whatever their balance or what they put in that they want. Stop it. And it could be miles away. It could be gravity fed into this from a great big tank up on a hill. This is a new We're piloting this now in Uganda, and it's called trade water. And I'll give you, this is another technology. Nobody's doing anything else. You can even, this can, I'm not going to insert the card. You can monitor this remotely. We can look at that, this equipment where we have it, and we can monitor how much water is being dispensed. We can even know whose card this is, what family, and can start seeing, well, family XYZ is getting 20 liters a day. What's happening to the family next door? Why aren't they getting it? And you go and you meet and you find out what's going on. Is the community needs to own it, they need to value it, and they need to have some sweat equity into, that means if you just give them something all the time, they're not going to value it.